Just want to start and give you guys a quick plug to head over to karacorey.com. It'll be in the description box if you can't figure out how to spell that out. You can sign up for emails. I've got a lot of fun things in the works. Right now I'm just starting out by sending out some emails to you guys, and there's going to be some more great things on the way. So you guys will be the first to hear about it if you sign up and subscribe to those emails. So go do that now, and then we're going to get started with this video. What's up, guys? It's Kara here, and for today's dietitian talk I want to go on a little rant that I've gone on before, but in particular something brought this up. I really love Panera Bread. I saw their advertisements that they've come out with, their new recent ads for 2016. If you guys haven't seen them, you can Google them. They even have their own YouTube site promoting it, but their whole thing right now is clean eating. And it really struck me when I was driving to work one morning and there was this huge billboard and it said food that's clean. It really kind of stuck with me because I can see now more restaurants and places like this kind of utilizing this term clean eating. And it's something that a lot of people use, but there is no set definition for it. And I really am against using this term whatsoever. And I really want to get you guys to think about it a little bit more and be more careful with how you're kind of identifying foods in the way you eat. Their whole new marketing plan right now is clean eating. Almost gives you this like association that if you're not eating something that's on this defined clean list, then the food is dirty and bad and, you know, wrong, and you shouldn't be doing it. And that really bothers me from a dietitian perspective because I think it really sends the wrong message to a lot of people. Panera identifies, and they actually do define their version of clean eating on their website. They say it's simple, natural, unprocessed, and whole foods. It's foods as it should be. And I kind of like the slogan, foods as it should be. I'm not sure why they couldn't just go with that. Probably because Panera is trying to make money and they're jumping on the bandwagon of clean eating, which is a fad diet. I get the whole concept. I think most people will support the whole concept. If you ask 15 dietitians the definition of clean eating, you're gonna get 15 different answers to that question. I think about it as like minimally processed whole foods. That's not a bad thing, right? Not at all. It's not a bad thing whatsoever. It's not that I'm against that approach. What I'm against is the label and that connotation that becomes associated with clean eating. I guess they're just out there trying to make money right now, and this may help them. It presents this new fad to the world. I mean, I always kind of saw Panera Bread as a place to go eat something fairly healthy. I guess they're changing their menu right now. They have this huge list of, they call it their no-no list, that they're removing artificial ingredients, dyes, and additives from all their foods, and supposedly they're going to be doing that all by the end of 2016. I think it's definitely going to jack up their cost a shit ton, whether they are going to admit that to the public or not. If you're taking out all the additives, the preservatives, things like that, you are going to find you're not going to be able to maintain the foods that they produce for as long of a period of time. It will jack up costs of things. But even the fact that it's a no-no list, like, I get it. Like, if you can eat things that are more whole and natural, I think it's great. But the approach with the words that they're using, it gives this like negative feel to it. So that when you eat something that's on the no-no list, or when you eat something that's, you know, doesn't meet your definition of clean eating, it's then bad, it's wrong, it's dirty. How's that gonna make you feel? Essentially, that's gonna turn into a cheat for you, and you're gonna view it that way. And that's something that I feel very strongly about, especially like for me being a competitor and coming off of a competition. I think people don't focus enough on their relationship with food. And I think for a lot of people, it's more about peeling back the layers and let's take a look at your relationship with food. And, you know, when you start peeling back those layers and figuring things out there, tends to be when people can make some really great behavioral changes in their life and really make some great changes in terms of their eating habits, their lifestyle, their relationships. But to me, clean eating, it just sounds like another fad diet. If it's supposed to be healthy eating, then call it what it is. Call it food as it should be, or healthy eating, or don't label it whatsoever. But to me, it gives this bad impression to a lot of young, impressionable people out there. I just think it's going to start that bad relationship from the get-go. And it gets into that kind of all or nothing mentality. So even if clean eating is just supposed to be healthy eating, it's going to make you feel like if you don't eat something clean, you cheated on your diet, and then I might as well just keep cheating on my diet and call it a day type feeling. It's that all or nothing. And having those feelings associated with it, I just feel like it shouldn't be there. You should be able to eat healthy foods, and I definitely support eating, you know, majority of your foods that are minimally processed and whole foods. But I absolutely support and encourage people to incorporate things that don't meet that definition. And to me, that is healthy dieting. To me, that's having a healthy relationship with food. It's having a healthy balance in your lifestyle. It's called living your life, folks. Living your life and being happy. And it's okay to fit those things in. It's okay to go to a birthday party and have a slice of cake. You don't have to feel like shit about it. You shouldn't have to feel like shit about it or feel like you've done something wrong or something bad. You know, if you have diabetes, you might want to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But in general, those types of things are okay. There's no such thing as perfect eating. I think clean eating is just, to me, it rubs me the wrong way. It makes me cringe a little bit. It's a term that I kind of used a little bit when I first got started in fitness and competitions. I think maybe even in old YouTube videos, but it's something that I really got away from, because when I go back to my dietitian roots, the things that I learned in college and from working with people and what works for people is getting away from these labels and these definitions. Panera, I love you. Like, I'm still gonna go munch on your salads and stuff. Like, they taste good. I do appreciate the more whole food items you offer, but I don't appreciate the lingo and the language that you use. I don't like the clean eating lifestyle. I don't like the name clean eating. So I want you guys to think about that. Think about the harm that it could cause with your relationship to food. It kind of gives this like green light that as long as it's on your clean list, whatever that list looks like, then have at it. Have as much as you want, have whatever you want. And just because something is considered clean doesn't mean it's necessarily a healthy option. Doesn't mean you can eat endless amounts of it. Doesn't mean that it's going to be the most balanced choice you can make in your diet. So, you know, it does make things, I think, a little bit confusing. Especially without that set definition. It makes things very confusing. And there's some companies now that are even labeling foods as clean. Again, what does that mean? There is no backing behind that claim, but for a lot of consumers that are going to go grocery shopping and who are maybe trying to be more health conscious but don't know exactly what they're looking for, to see something labeled clean is going to stick out to them, whether it's a granola bar or like some type of like treat that maybe doesn't even offer a ton of nutrition in it, but you slap the word clean on it and people think it's got to be good to go. I can have endless amounts of it. It's very confusing, I think, and I really caution using that term. The other thing with clean eating I wanted to mention too is some people's definition. You know, I've seen it as strict as like you only eat things in the raw state, or you know, it would eliminate eating frozen foods, for instance. You're telling me a bag of frozen raspberries is not clean and I can't eat them because it's technically been processed to be frozen and packaged and shipped away to the grocery stores. So in that case, you're telling me frozen raspberries are a bad choice, it's a dirty choice, it's not clean. I just don't think eating healthy needs to be that complicated. We overcomplicate it so much. You shouldn't have to have a set of rigid rules this long. You really shouldn't. And if you do, good luck with it. It's going to be really challenging to stick with it. And sometimes I think clients look to me to give me my rules. Please, dietitian, give me my rules and I will follow all my rules. It doesn't work like that. There are no rules. There's no rules, okay? There's only one rule, and that's having balance and having a healthy relationship with food. I urge you to look within yourself for your relationship with food before just picking up your next fad diet and deciding that this is going to be the diet that changes your life and changes your ways, because it's never really going to get to the root cause of the issue. That's going to be my rant on clean eating. It really ticks me off, and I want you guys to think about it yourself a little bit more. Comment below on what your thoughts are on clean eating, and if you've seen Panera Bread's new advertisements, how you feel about those. Let me know below and what other topics you would like to see me discuss, and keep checking back for more.